Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Bandvatitam Gaganasadisham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Himadamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Welcome to all the viewers who are joining us from all over the world today for this very special Navaratri celebration. And I hope all of you enjoyed the beautiful Durga Puja and the live darshan of Supreme Quantum Dualism. And now, as we are entering into the 8th Navaratri, let us all take a moment now to prepare ourselves to receive the darshan of Devi Parashakti manifesting to the Supreme Quantum tonight in the evening during the evening Navaratri celebrations, the festivities. And as you are preparing yourself, you can take a moment now to go ahead and join as a member of Kailasa's HDH YouTube channel. So you can visit Kailasa's HDH and on YouTube, and you can go ahead and click the join button next to the subscribe button. And once you have clicked that, you will get an option of various levels of Ikai Darshan. You can join now. You can choose whichever one you would like and join as a member. And once you have become a member, you will have access to various exclusive content as well as the opportunity to ask your questions during the live Parashakti Akashic reading, as well as the live Bhagavan Paramashiva Sahija's session. So now let us enter into this segment and understand who is Devi, how she is manifesting through the Supreme Consciousness. So today you will be learning about Navaratri, the celebration of the divine feminine consciousness, why the divine energy Devi Parashakti has incarnated again in the modern age, and about Devi Parashakti, the supreme concept of Hinduism, as the incarnation of Devi Parashakti, and how you need to prepare yourself to receive his faith inside of you.
And as the cosmic feminine consciousness, Parashakti liberates you, restoring her supreme knowledge, and bestows her completion through the worship. And Devi Parashakti is worshipped by all the gods and goddesses of Kailasa, and in the Chandi Homa, all of Kailasa requests her divine presence to bestow upon you. And through her macrocosmic space, getting mirrored in the inner space. For this step, recommended that you do the exercises sincerely, and delayed gratification is the space that is best. That is the best to be the best receptor for darshan and her incarnation form.
Each of these segments are designed using the signs detailed in our ancestors in the Kavigama and the Upanishads and the Brahma Sutras of how to invoke the deity energies into fire and incarnation. Ideologies you carry in the Manomaya, the mind sheath, and the Vijnanamaya kosha, the intellect are too important for this experience. Thus, each segment is designed to work on each kosha. It's recommended that you attend the complete program for the best experience.
And now, with that, we will be getting into the next segment of this program where all of us will be seeing a live demonstration of these extraordinary Shaktis, the extraordinary Shaktis that Supreme Point of Hinduism has given to the world as a gift. So today, the Balasans, the Nithyananda yogis, and the initiated disciples of the Supreme Point of Hinduism will be manifesting and demonstrating the powers of third eye and sharing with all the experiences and results of the extraordinary manifestation awakened in us through the Diksha, the initiation. And in today's Bhava Samadhi Darshan, all of us will be receiving the initiation into the third eye awakening and various other powers with the blessings and grace of the Supreme Point of Hinduism. And we will be manifesting the following powers of third eye, which is seeing with the eyes blindfolded, and various other powers such as body scanning, remote vision, and many more. And for those of you who might be wondering where the third eye is located and how it works, the third eye is a cosmic browsing center located between the brows, which upon initiation, one can effortlessly express powers and see through the third eye just as you would with your two eyes. So now let us understand more about what are Shaktis and how exactly they manifest.
In the Veda Agamas, the source scriptures in Hinduism, Paramashiva reveals in elaborate detail that every human being is hardwired to be able to manifest 463 extraordinary Shaktis. Divines or Shaktis are described as a system, method, and science for human beings to explore the various possibilities and powers and have access to various states of consciousness. Shaktis manifest from the fundamental cognition that you are divine, and that you need to manifest divine, not that you are a man and you need to reach the divine.
Now, many of you might have heard the term siddhis as a very common term used for any type of extraordinary manifestation. So let us look at the difference between Shaktis and siddhis. Shaktis expressed from the space of enlightenment as a side effect of feeling connection with the divine and higher integrity with the Guru, and are a source of enlightenment, whereas siddhis are powers that manifest from tapas or penance for enlightenment and are on the path of enlightenment.
And the Shakti of Paramashivoham manifests through the ordinary human beings in an extraordinary way after initiation from the avatar. Shaktis are permanent, however, siddhis are not permanent, and siddhis may divert from life.
And Paramashiva, who is the source of all these Shaktis, is the primordial divinity of Hinduism, the ultimate reality and cause, which is self-effulgent, Swayam Prakasha, all-pervading, unchanging beyond time, space, form, and causality. And as the fundamental base of Avyakta, the unmanifest, and Vyakta, the manifest existence, he performs the Panchakritya, or the 5 cosmic acts of Shrishti, which is creation, Sthiti, which is sovereign rulership and maintenance, Samhara, which is rejuvenation, Throbhava, which is pulling out a delusion, and Anugraha, which is liberating grace for all living entities.
The supreme concept of Hinduism, Jagatguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the 1008th living incarnation and representative of Paramashiva and the reviver of Kailasa, the ancient enlightened Hindu civilizational nation, the great cosmic borderless Hindu nation. Ever since the beginning of the civilization, the Sanatana Hindu Dharma has been the cradle of enlightened beings with highly advanced sciences. It was where the science of enlightenment and powers, the Shaktis, were lived and taught as a lifestyle. For the first time in modern day, the supreme concept of Hinduism is reviving these yogic sciences and transmitting it to the world as a record-breaking, never accomplished before.
And all of this knowledge and these sciences of power manifestation, these Shaktis, are passed down from one generation to the next through the science of Diksha, initiation by enlightened gurus. And the supreme point of Hinduism, being recognized as an incarnation at a very young age, was trained and taught into these sciences to revive the initiations and knowledge repositories for billions to manifest the science of power manifestation. From the disciplines of Vedanta, Tantra, Sri Vidya, Yoga and Yogic powers, Mantra Shastra, Siddha Vidya, science of Aushadha, Advaita, Bhakti Yoga, Paramashivoham, and much more. And all of you can also see the Guru Parampara, all the various gurus and enlightened beings who have trained the supreme point of Hinduism ever since we were young. So you can see Mataji Vivekanandapuri, Pundi Swamigal, Isikal Swamigal, Annamalai Swamigal, Kanchi Paramacharya, Yogi Raj Yoganandapuri, Visari Swamigal, Sri Tiruchi Mahaswami, Tirunai Swami, Thinnai Swami, Sri Sadhu Om, and many more. So now let us see how we can awaken these divine Shaktis in us. How can you manifest these Shaktis yourself? The supreme point of Hinduism beautifully says, every ultimate truth, jnana, is mapped into your consciousness, prajna, and manifests as a possibility and power of every being, prajnana. So now let us watch a small video on the power of initiation.
Diksha is the direct transfer of spiritual energy by an enlightened being through or touch. The traditional Vedic book Navaratneshwara states, Sarvasamapi dikshihi phalamakhanditam avirodhat bhavantyeva prasangyastu bhuktayah. The main benefit of all initiations is moksha, enlightenment. As a side effect, health, wealth, leadership, and well-being happen. And in Rudrayamala Tantra, Shiva says, Devi Diksha Vihinasya Na Siddhihi Na Cha Sadgatihi Tasmat Sarva Prayatnena Guruna Dikshito Bhavet. The one who is not initiated does not attain liberation nor a better future. So by all efforts, one should get initiated by Guru. What is the science of initiation? Neuroscience has proved that the process of initiation floods the brain with energy. This is the superconscious energy of Kundalini, our own highest inner potential energy. As the Kundalini flows from the thalamus to the cortex, it sets up a powerful energy loop within the brain, which awakens the latent non-mechanical parts which we have never used before. With increasing levels of coherence, the whole brain comes alive, turning into a superconductor of conscious energies that heal, empower, transform our lives, bliss and fulfillment. Initiation creates high awareness, visualization, creativity, the aging process, and improves the immune system. Kundalini awakening, healing experience, levitation, teleportation, materialization. Experience the power of initiation through a range of exclusive programs conducted at the ashram. Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, Nithyananda.
Yes. So that was a wonderful on how the science of Diksha works. So now let us see how the science of power manifestation is authenticated with four aspects of evidences or pramanas, as said in Sanskrit. So the first is the Shastra Pramana, which are the eternal, unchangeable truths revealed in the source scriptures. And then the next is the Apta Pramana, which are the experiences and Aptas or authorities of Hinduism, where the Vedic rishis and scientists have time tested and verified these sciences. The next is the Atma Pramana, which is an account from the life of the Supreme Point of Hinduism, this millennium's avatar's personal experience of the power manifestation. And then the next is the Pratyaksha Pramana, which is the empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation. Now, many of you might, of course, have heard about the Vedas and Agamas. You would have, you might know something about it. So now let us see what exactly the Vedas and Agamas are. So the Vedas are the ultimate superior authority for Hindus and are a pure science where the ultimate truths are explained. And the Agamas are the scriptures where the applied technology and the applied sciences are expanded. And the Vedas and the Agamas, the Veda Agamas are given the status of Shruti as they are directly revealed by Paramashiva. They are the ultimate, eternal, unchangeable truths. And a reference cited from these Shastras or source scriptures is called the Shastra Pramana. So now, let us all get ready to witness a very unique and very exciting demonstration of the powers of third eye. After we go through the pramanas for this power, so we'll be first seeing the power of third eye, which is seeing with the eyes blindfolded. So the Shastra Pramana for this power comes from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Kapalantarmanonyasya tishtanmilitalochanaha kramena manasodadyat lakshaye lakshyamuttamam. And the translation for this verse is, by fixing the mind on the inner space within the crown center and sitting stably without any movement, having the eyes closed in succession, by that stability of the mind in inner space through the power of the third eye, one directly sees the ultimate goal Lakshyam by having the vision beyond the sight that reveals any object or place, attaining the space of oneness with the source Paramashiva. And the next is the Apta Pramana, where Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye. And he initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye during the revelation of the Hindu Purana Bhagavad Gita. So Arjuna can behold Krishna's Vishwarupa Darshan, the vision of his cosmic form. And Bhagavan Krishna beautifully says to Arjuna, Natu mam shakyase drashto manenaiva swachakshushā divyam dadami te chakshuhu pashyame yogamaishwaram. So in this verse, Bhagavan Krishna says to Arjuna, but you cannot see my cosmic form with these physical eyes of yours. Therefore, I grant you divine third eye vision. Behold my cosmic opulence. So this comes from the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which contains the description of Bhagavan Krishna's cosmic form. And the description of Bhagavan Krishna's cosmic form is completely narrated by Arjuna as he sees Bhagavan Krishna through his third eye. And the next is the Atma Pramana in Swami's own words. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree, then direction,
outside and outside
below me,
broke.
everything. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel and experience all of that as well. And the next is the Pratyaksha Pramana, which is the empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation. And you can see that study measures and compare metabolic cell activities of the brain in the conscious and meditative states were measured of the swimming point of Hinduism using a positron emission tomography, a PET scan. And it was measured that when doing daily activities, there was high activity measured in the brain where the third eye is located. And when in deep samadhi state, only the third eye region is active and almost 90% of the rest of the brain is at peace. And the next is the Sakshi Pramana, where this rare and sacred science of third eye awakening is being made available to humanity for our ultimate enrichment and conscious evolution by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And as a living incarnation of Paramashiva, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism embodies the most profound yogic states that surpass all the bounds of time, space, and matter. And he is gifting this pure and great science of third eye awakening along with many other spiritual sciences to the world through the initiation, the Diksha. And for all the millions of people around the world who have been initiated into these sciences have actually experienced and witnessed the profound results and extraordinary manifestation in their day-to-day life. So now let us witness the live Sakshi Pramana, the live demonstration of the powers of third eye, with the Balasans. So here with me, I have this eye band, which in front is a thick opaque plastic sheet. And in the back, there is thick black sponge, which will not allow any type of light to enter around the eyes. And all of you can see. So my eyes will be sitting into these two sockets over here, and even the bridge of the nose will be covered. And this eye band is actually certified by ophthalmologists and it's usually given to people who are suffering from insomnia so they can have better sleep. And now this eye band will be put on my eyes by a volunteer. And once it is done, any of you watching us live on YouTube, you can put your comments in the live YouTube comment section and I will be reading it through the third eye. So now all of you can see as the eye band is being put on my eyes by a volunteer. Yes, you can move a little to the right and center, to the right. Yes, now it's centered. So now I will be turning, all of you can see that the eye band has been put. I will be turning to my right, left, up, and down. So all of you can see that the eye band has been put. And now the YouTube comment section will be projected in front of me. And once it is done, the YouTube comment section will be projected in front of me and we'll also be projecting it for all of you. So now any of you watching us live on YouTube and even on any other social media platform, you can post your comments in the YouTube comment section on Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel, and I will be reading it through the third eye. So you can post anything that you would like me to read. It can be a sequence of emojis, numbers, letters, words, sentences. It can be a sentence that does not make sense at all. And it can even be a different language or any scientific term that you think I may not be able to read. Yes, and as we get some comments, here with me I have this Guaranteed Solutions book, which is written by Swamiji, the Guaranteed Solutions for all of us, for humanity. So now, in front of all of you, I will be opening a random page from this book and reading the contents of that page. So now all of you can see as I open a random page. Stop the screen share. So now I'll be opening a random page in front of all of you. So I've opened the random page. And now I will be reading this page. So this page is page number 224 and 225. And on page number 324, it says, people who have had a near-death experience in some way, like a narrow escape from an accident or a cure from cancer or something like that, will be able to live more fearlessly because they will know that they have nothing to lose. They will also live their lives with greater clarity and with more intelligence. Learn from all your education is that you should do the right thing at the right time and move on. Somehow, this is the last lesson that we learn thoroughly. After having gone through all the other lessons, we learn this lesson. Procrastination is something that you bring about yourself. But the rest of the fear society instills in you. Society makes you afraid of your own self, of others, and of God. It makes you afraid of yourself with simple things like morality, names and forms, prestige, and whatnot. In the name of morality, it makes you lose confidence in yourself. And that is why you are so unsure of yourself when it comes to morality. When you start following morality out of fear, there will be no chance for your inner intelligence to guide you. When people see me traveling with women, they ask me, Swamiji, how can you, being a spiritual lead, travel with women? How will people not talk about you? First of all, they are forgetting that they are talking to an enlightened master. If they are completely aware whom they are talking to, they will not even come up with the question. Anyhow, I have to answer them in their language, and so I tell them, I have faith in myself, and the women have faith in me. Why are you bothered? They are simply shocked when I say this. If our life's morality is nothing but a poor substitute for lack of intelligence, when you act out of your own intelligence, you can be confident of yourself. But when you act out of rules and regulations, you can never be sure of yourself because you are not yourself to start with. You are not centered in yourself and you are centered in the rules. And there are two more paragraphs, and there's also a story at the end of the page. So all of you can see page number 324 and page number 324. Yes. And if any of you would like to comment anything, you can put your comments as well. So it can be anything that you would like me to read. You can post anything, a sequence of emojis, numbers, letters, words. And you can also, if you would like me to open a specific page from the Guaranteed Solutions book, you can even post that number. And we'll also be having the power of body scanning. So if you would like a body scan, you can also put in your comments. And we will be doing the body scan for you. The YouTube chat. And even in Kailasa's Nithyananda Sangha YouTube channel. Yes, so on Kailasa's Nithyananda Sangha YouTube channel, we have one comment from Helen Samson, who has put Nithyanandam with an exclamatory mark and paw emojis. So there are two paw marks, and then a namaskar emoji and a heart emoji. And yes, anyone else also who would like to put in your comments, you can put your comments. It can be anything that you would like me to read. A sequence of emojis, numbers, words, letters, sentences, shapes, anything. Yes. Now we have another comment from Aina Devoteans who has put Fluffy Cat went for
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyanaramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Ananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Yes, Nithyananda, we apologize for the technical glitch. So now let us get into the next power, the power of body scanning. So for those of you who might be joining us newly, you might be wondering what exactly the power of body scanning is. So the power of body scanning is the power of third eye that awakens the ability to scan the body for any physical illnesses, diseases, mentally diagnosed issues, for any type of issues, whether it's physically, mentally, or emotionally. And the best part is that we can even provide a solution through the awakened third eye. So now let us see the Shastra Pramana, Artha Pramana, Atma Pramana, and Sakshi Pramana for these powers. So the Shastra Pramana for this power comes from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Swadehe jagato vapi sukshma sukshmatarani cha tattvani yani nilayam dhyatvante vyajyate para. And the translation for this is where Bhagavan Paramashiva says, cognize deeply that from the subtle to the subtlest constitutive principle Deha, or of the whole universe, simultaneously consist of the essential reality. They are being absorbed in their source cause Paramashiva. By the experience of such restful awareness, one becomes and the ultimate universal divine power, Paradevi Adi Shakti, is revealed, and the supreme power manifestation happens. And the next is the Apta Pramana, which comes from the life of Siddha. So Teriyar was a Siddha and one of the prominent disciples of Agastya. And one day a man suffering from severe headache comes to Agastya for healing. And Agastya uses the power of body scanning and identifies the root cause of the headache. He reveals that there is a small terai, a type of rock, sitting in the person's brain. And Agastya immediately instructs Teriyar, his disciple, to perform an open head surgery and remove the fur. And after the surgery is completed successfully, the person is healed and cured of the headache. And thus he gains the name Teraya. And the next is the Atma Pramana, which was revealed by the Supreme Pontiff himself on the 22nd of December of 2019, of how he uses the power of body scanning. Paraphrasing his words, only when I had a multiple compound hand fracture, I was forced to go for surgery and therefore to die. At that time, they detected heavy metal quantity in my different organs. It was revealed that I had been poisoned without our knowledge. I immediately used diagnostic methods instead of medical facilities to study the body condition due to the poisoning. Through body scanning, I found out what the problems, imbalances had happened, and where balances had to be done. I used allopathy as a second opinion to verify my findings. And here, all of you can see a few Sakshi Pramanas, the experiences and results of the external manifestation happening through the initiated disciples. So here you can see just a few sharings, but thousands of people around the world have experienced and manifested this power and various other powers as well. And even you will be able to manifest these external Shaktis. So now let us see a live demonstration of this power, body scan. So now any one of you who would like a body scan, you can put your comments in the YouTube comment section and I will be doing a body scan for you. So you can put your comments in the live YouTube comment section. Yes. So we have a comment from Aina's Zaya who has asked, I want a body scan. How can I help to heal and regrow my teeth and also regrow and fix the enamel to be white and clean? What should I do to achieve that? Yes, I now I'll be scanning for you. Aina's Zaya, I'll be doing a scan for you. Yes, so Aina's Zaya, what I was able to see for you was that you should start brushing with how they used to do, how it is revealed in the Karmic Agama. You should start cleaning your teeth with a neem stick. But until if you don't have a neem tree nearby and you are not able to get neem, then till then, at least you should use pure charcoal powder. You should make sure that it is like there are no chemicals or anything added. It's just pure charcoal powder. Use that in the morning, and in the night you can brush your teeth with haritaki. Just little bit haritaki. You can brush your teeth with that in the morning until you get the neem sticks. You can use charcoal and brush, and that will help in cleaning the teeth, and also it will help in fixing the enamel. So this is what I was able to see for you, Aya. And Mas Stephanie Dietrich has asked, now can you scan my legs and tell me can it be healed? Yes, ma, now I'll be doing a scan for you. Yes, we apologize once again for the technical glitch. So yes, Ma Stephanie Dietrich, what I was able to see for you, Ma, was that for your legs, actually I was able to see that it is something with the nerves. I was able to see that there's a problem with your nerves, and it is actually causing a lot of like it's causing pain in the legs, and also you're feeling like a shooting pain. And also I was able to see that there's also a lot of dryness which is being and wounds being created on your leg. That is actually because of I was able to see that there is something in the nerves of your leg. So I was able to see that the solution for it is actually not inside the nerves, but like around the nerves there is something like it is holding the nerves, and it is like uh, contracting, constraining the nerves. And what I was able to see as a solution for this was that you have to walk more, do more walking as much as possible, even if like you don't have to stress yourself and you don't have to push yourself much, but how much ever possible, just start walking a little more and stretch your legs more. And also I was able to see that for a few days, just make sure that hot, like your legs should not be put in hot water. I was able to see, and it should not be put in too cold water or too hot water. A normal, like, room temperature lukewarm water is fine. So even like if you're taking a shower, you can take bath with lukewarm water, with just warm water. And make sure that you don't put your legs in too hot water or too cold water. So this is what I was able to see for Yuma. And yes, so this is what I was able to see for you. And you can get back in the comment section if you were able to read. And Ma Alice has also asked for a body scan. Yes, Ma, I'll be doing the body scan for you. Yes, so Ma Alice, what I was able to see for you, Ma, was to lose weight, you have to have a more healthier diet. Make sure that you have a more healthier diet and eat more fruits and vegetables than any other thing. You can have other things as well. And I was also able to see that you can whenever your body is ready or when you feel comfortable, you can also do the Nirahara Samyama. And that was what I was able to see for you to lose weight. And for you wanting to become more beautiful, I was able to see that you have to do deep completion, intense completion. And when you do that completion and remove all the toxins sitting inside you, all the incompletions sitting inside you, when that is removed and completed, and when you feel that inside, when you are satisfied with your being inside, and even when you have powerful cognitions, and when you are when you feel more complete and light inside, that same thing will reflect outside, and you will automatically feel yourself to be more beautiful, and actually physically also you will become more beautiful. So this is what I was able to see for you. So you can get back in the comment section if you were able to read. And Ma Jenkwa, yes, once again, I apologize for the technical glitch. So now, the Ma Jenkwa, what I was able to see for you, Ma, was the solution to come out of the tiredness and the fatigue. I was able to see that whenever, before you go to bed and whenever you wake up in the morning, as even if you sleep at other times today, even then, before you sleep and after you wake up, Just chant the Mahavakya a few times. Remember Swami in your third and chant the Mahavakya a few times. And you will see that a few minutes or few hours of rest will actually, that power of Mahavakya will take you into that deep sleep and will make your body, it will give enough rest for your body, and when you wake up you will actually see the difference. You will be able to see the difference in a few days of how when you wake up and when you're awake you will be more active. So this is what I was able to see for you, Mahajanka. And yes, I see another comment from Inez about Zaya. Yes, Zaya. Now, in the interest of time, we'll be moving to the next segments, and for everyone else also who would like a body scan, every day at 2 a.m. IST and 4 p.m. IST, we will again be having these power manifestation segments and many more segments where we will be learning about Devi Parashakti. So you can come again every day and you can request for body scan, and we will surely do. We will surely do one for you. And yes, Master FM teachers have gotten back saying thank you. Ma. Yes, thank you, Ma, for getting back. And Ma Alice has gotten back saying thank you for the scan. I have had a scan by you before, and I always feel so untouched afterwards. Thank you. I do have to complete a lot myself, and there are times I don't like myself at all. Yes, Ma. Okay, so now with that, we will now be moving to the next segments of this program where all of us will be learning about, we will be learning more about Devi Parashakti. But before that, we will be learning about the world today and the way forward of, and how Devi Parashakti has come down to guide all of us. So let us now see the world today and the way forward. So per day, an additional 0.002% of the population is getting infected by COVID-19. And the total confirmed cases of COVID-19 is 233 million. And that is about 3% of the world as of 5:54 CEST on the 1st of October 2021, including 7 billion confirmed deaths. And Healthline.com states that new COVID-19 cases have risen to more than 150,000 per day in the United States. And an average population increase per day is 174,000 per day, almost 175,000 per day. So the rate of those getting infected is almost an average rate of population growth.
The total confirmed COVID-19 cases is 3% of the population, and it's still rising daily at all times. Vaccination is not a known solution or available at any timeline for the world. The average death per day is increased to 126.5 thousand. That's 0.562% of the world. The average death per year is 44.4 million and still growing each year. If we say just for our understanding that the population growth per year and death rate are moving at the same rate, we are looking at human civilization declining in just the next generation, the next 170 years.
And a need of a global solution that works across all national policies is needed. And
And countries across the globe in every continent are being affected by this pandemic. We need a global solution that works across all national policies because nearly every country in the world is under threat and huge death. And it is not just natural disaster. It is not just the COVID pandemic that is affecting the world and causing so much suffering. We've seen so many natural disasters over the last year. There's fires, floods, storms, or uh, the
and immediate precautionary methods are needed. And a few immediate precautionary methods that you can take is to protecting yourself by being in quarantine and follow the local government's guidance and guidelines and regulations. But even if this happens, the effect on our survival needs like food, clothes, and shelter, especially for the less privileged whom we call poor, for whom resources are not immediately available, is unknown. And now the cause. What is the karma that caused COVID-19? So in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, 4th Adhyaya, 4th Brahmanam, 5th Mantra, it defines karma in a verse and it says, Yata kari yata chari tata bhavati sadhu kari sadhu bhavati papa kari papi bhavati punya punyena karmana bhavati papa papena. And the translation of this verse is as it does, it enacts. So it becomes by doing good, it becomes good, and by doing evil, it becomes evil. It becomes virtuous to good acts and vicious to evil acts. And our greed to make life comfortable and luxurious is also part of the karma. So 83% of the wild mammals have become extinct, stopping the idea that the whole planet Earth belongs to only human race. And we forgot that we share the world with others. So let us set a trend of moving to a nature-based lifestyle and let us stop torturing and killing animals and let's drop the idea that planet Earth is exclusively for us. So let us stop the karma. And so when you kill animals, when you keep the livestock and kill animals, not only you disturb the environment, but you disturb the ecosystem by releasing so much pain and suffering as well.
So what is the permanent solution for this pandemic? Asking the purpose of the world, the primal principle, the primary principle of the universe is let us all exist and celebrate our life. Non-violence is the ultimate natural law of life.
So let us stop that and stop all the actions from anger, lust, greed, pride, jealousy, and delusion. And let us live the lifestyle of lifestyle of non-stealing, living with minimal things and non-violence. And every crisis that humanity has faced, Hinduism has found solutions. Hinduism is a religion which has seen at least 5 complete wiping out of the planet and the wiping out of the civilization. And we have the knowledge we have recorded and documented every time when the civilization was wiped out and how it was rebuilt.
So let's look at some of the examples in our history when the human civilization was completely declined and when the incarnation was incarnated in order to save humanity. Bhagavan Vishnu incarnated to bring the Vedas and the Agamas from dark ages during the manifestation of the universe in the form of the fish, the Matsyavatara, and landed on planet Earth to give it to Lord Brahma. After the great deluge, Bhagavan Vishnu brought Manu's boat and the Veda Agama as a whole thing and restarted the civilization. That is why the beginning of the earliest kingdom has a fish as its emblem. God is the place where the boat was brought to the land by the Matsya. From there, the whole Pandya civilization started. And during Ravana's reign, 74 people were suffering under the iron fist. Bhagavan Shri Krishna Prabhu incarnated to save the 54 deshas from the evil reign of King Ravana. And this is detailed in Ramayana. And Duryodhana almost led the world to their collapse with Bhagavan Shri Krishna incarnated to end this apocalypse. The Mahabharata, Bhagavan himself protected the city of Varanasi and declared, promised, I will hold and protect them, even during the Pralaya, even when the whole world was destroyed during the Great Deluge. I will hold these people in the tip of my Shula.
And in the Upanishads, the rishis celebrate the happening of the incarnations who come down to liberate people from crisis. And in the Taittiriya Upanishad, chapter 3, Riguval, section 10, the rishis sing and dance in the ecstasy of enlightenment and Kundalini awakening. And they sing, Ha, 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 Ahamannam, 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 ahamannado, ahamannadaha.
The ultimate consciousness happening again and again and again as Acharya, as Guru, and as incarnation. Reaching out to liberate individual souls from bondage. Knowledge is Acharya. Paramashivoham reaching out to individual souls to liberate from bondages through initiation is through Shaktipada, and Shaktipada is Guru. And Paramashivoham reaching out to individual souls, intervening in the karma, altering it, reducing it, and deleting it, completing it, and changing the happenings of the past, present, and future is Leela, and the manifestations who do these that are incarnation.
And in the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna also promises, Yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuttanam dharmasya tadatmanam shridam. So whenever So, whenever there's a decline in individual consciousness, the collective unconsciousness increases to establish the righteousness of the eternal consciousness. The signs of eternal bliss. Dharma samstapanartaya. I myself appear millennium after millennium. Sambhavami yuge yuge. So, this is what Bhagavan Krishna promises in the Bhagavad Gita. So, now with that, let us now learn more about the form of Devi Durga, the form of Devi Parashakti that all of us are celebrating today on the seventh day of Navaratri. So today, on the seventh day Navaratri, we are celebrating the form of Devi Durga. So in the 11th chapter, verse 24. Yes, we are actually today on the 8th day of Navratri. We are celebrating the form of Devi Saraswati. So let us now learn more about Devi Saraswati, the form of Devi Parashakti that we are celebrating today on the 8th day of Navaratri. So in the Devi Mahatmyam, chapter 11, verse 6, beautifully there's a verse that speaks about Devi Saraswati's glory. And it says, Vidya samastas tava Devi vedaha striya samasta sakala jagatsu tvai kaya purita mam baitat kate stuti stavya para proktihi. And the translation is, all lowers are your aspects, O Devi. So are all women in the world, endowed with various attributes by you alone. The mother, this world is filled. What praise can there be for you, who is the nature of primary and secondary expression regarding objects worthy of praise?
Self-drive is the source of the knowledge of a human being has, means that is Saraswati. Knowledge is not the number of books you've read. Knowledge is not the number of concepts you know. Knowledge is the amount of self-drive that you have.
And giving the right context to the self-drive is only the job of Saraswati knowledge.
When there is a right context, self-drive never gets dried up. If it gets dried up, it is from the wrong context. It is a lower level pleasure. It is not self-drive.
And all the knowledge, the reason for all the knowledge, reasons for all the books, reason of all the knowledge transmission mechanism is to give you the right context for your self-drive. Self-drive.
Your self-drive is the greatest wealth you can have, which will never be lost, which will come with you for birth after birth after birth.
And Devi Saraswati's glory is also mentioned in another verse, and it says, Ya kundendu tusharahara dhavala, ya shubravasta vrita, ya veena varadanda manditakara, ya shweta padmasana, ya brahmachyuta shankara pravritihi, devam sada pujita, samam patu sarvavati bhagavati Saraswati Bhagavati Nishesha Jadyapaha. And the meaning for this verse is salutations to Devi Saraswati, who is pure white like jasmine, with the coolness of moon, the brightness of snow, and shine like the garland of pearls, and who's covered with the pure white garments, whose hands are adorned with veena, a string musical instrument, and the boon giving staff, and who is seated on pure white lotus, who is always adored by Lord Brahma, Lord Achyuta, Lord Vishnu, and Lord Shankara and other devas. O Goddess Saraswati, please protect me and remove my ignorance completely. So let us now see the story from the Devi Mahatmya, Devi's Leela from the Devi Mahatmya. So finally, only two demons remain, the brothers Shumba and Nishumba. They are almost inseparable. And the Chandi called Nishumba, the younger brother, who is dearer to Shumba than life itself. Shumba represents the ego, and Nishumba is the sense of attachment, the tag along sibling, then that accompanies him everywhere. Earlier, we spoke about the ego as a sense of separate selfhood.
What we call ego is a limiting function of consciousness that in Sanskrit is called ahankara, literally the I maker. It is both a process of consciousness and the product of that process, all along with the sense of its own individuality. This I making principle has the power of self-appropriation that claims things as its own.
So here is where Nishumba comes in. The attachment he represents is called mamatva, literally minus. In a sense, it is the glue that holds our identity together. We consciously attach our senses of self to things that are not self. We identify with our bodily characteristics such as sex, size, shape, and color.
We define ourselves by our likes and dislikes, by the people in our lives and our relationship with them, by our profession, leisure activities, religious or political affiliations, and countless other factors that combine in ways to make each one of us unique. We use our life's experiences, what we do and what we do, to shape and reshape our identity. And so our sense of self is constantly shifting.
And we go through life acquiring our burden of personal identity is heavier. The more we are drained in by our defining attributes, the more we lose sight of our larger senses of self. Yes. So in the end, they are no more than worthless tokens of our separation from the infinite self. But how we hold on to them when the Divine Mother finally slays Nishimba, we get a graphic image of the ferocity of the struggles. Just when she has the Raman cornered, she sprouts 10,000 arms and 10,000 grasping hands. The picture of the ugly desperation illustrates just how desperate we are not to let go.
This is a representation of like how we function in our day-to-day life. This century, most of us are running around to receive certificates from everyone. That's how we recognize who we are. The certificates decide our happiness or sorrows. Going beyond these certificates only shall we find our eternal bliss.
So most of the decisions that we make every moment, we make unconsciously. We make thousands of decisions unconsciously in a day. Whether it is thinking or talking or doing, it is done unconsciously without awareness.
You can stop the slide share for a moment. We can pause the slide share.
Yes, we apologize for the technical glitch. So as we saw how we take unconscious decisions throughout the day in whatever we think and do. So that is the reason we are not able to connect the cause and the effect of many of the things that happen in our lives. And we always think we have been dished out unfair results. We are blissfully unaware that it was we who caused the effects. We made it happen by the way of unconscious living and ended up in incurring more karma. And there is a way to again and again remind ourselves not to collect karma and to live without the influence of the earlier incurred karmas. The first step is to have a clear understanding that karma is powerless in the presence of an avatar.
somewhere this karma chakra needs to be broken, and you need to give a new energy, inspiration, and possibility. If you are always stuck with this action-result cycle, you will never ever be given a chance to taste possibility. Possibility, the taste possibility, can be given to you only when divine intervention happens. Mahadeva intervenes in your life in the form of Guru. He assumes the form of Guru just to liberate people from the karma chakra, give inspiration, joy, bliss, and cause miracles and enlightenment ultimately.
And initiation means the ideas or knowledge or clicks that bring you out of these depressive thoughts and bring you out of the influence of your karma. So now let us see the happening of the Supreme Point of Hinduism. A small introduction of who the Supreme Point of Hinduism is. The one who is manifesting as the Nijavatar of Devi Parashakti.
Kailas of the Shamalapita Sarvipita, a rare and sacred lineage of pontiffs, has been systematically carried over in an unbroken progression from the chosen emissaries of Lord Paramashiva and Devi Parashakti. The Guru Mahasanidana, the pontiffs of Kailas of the Shamalapita Sarvipita, are the direct representatives of the cosmos.
And on the 27th of April 2012, Srila Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Paramacharya was formally appointed as the 293rd Guru Mahasanidhanam of Kailasa Nithyananda Paramashivam, and as the lawful successor, descendant and inheritor invested with all the powers, duties, and obligations to perform the rituals, spiritual and religious and customary rites vested in the Kailasa and has been reviving its spiritual, religious, and linguistic epicenters to its original glory. So now, let us watch a small video on the history of the Madhurayadini, the Kailasa Nithyananda Paramashivam.
The ancient temple town of Madurai in southern India boasts of a 2,500-year-old history of spirituality. Historians trace Madurai's existence back to the sea, making it one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities of the world. Legend says that Madurai was established by the cosmic mother herself, who incarnated as Princess Meenakshi, daughter of the pious king Malayadwaja Pandian. An able queen and a fearless warrior, Meenakshi expanded her empire right up to Kailash in current China. But when she came face to face with the Lord of Kailash, Shiva himself, she recognized him as her eternal consort and dropped her arms to become Shiva's companion for life.
Along with Shiva, also known as Sundareshwara or the beautiful Lord, Meenakshi reigned over her kingdom for a glorious 166 years.
In course of time, with the rise of Jainism as a religious force, Madurai too fell to its powerful influence, and Shaivism all but vanished from the sacred kingdom where Shiva himself had once walked the earth. The renaissance of Shaivism in Madurai was the sacred task of a child incarnation, Tirunjana Sambandar, one of the 4 visionary saints of Shaiva Siddhanta tradition. The story goes that as a baby, Tirunjana Sambandar was once nourished by the milk of enlightenment from the cosmic mother herself. This child prodigy arrived in Madurai to effortlessly defeat the learned Jain monks with his wisdom, healing powers, and spiritual prowess, and restored Madurai to her beloved religion, Shaivism, by reviving the ancient Madurai Adinam and the Meenakshi temple, which had fallen to desolate ruin. Madurai Adinam is today the world's oldest living Hindu organization, with a recorded history alone spanning a glorious 1,500 years and an unbroken lineage of illustrious pontiffs to this very day. Over the centuries, Madurai Adinam has been patronized by the likes of Tipu Sultan, Robert Nobili, and the poet saint Vallalar. The pontiff of the Madurai Adinam is known by the title Guru Mahasannidhanam and inherits the responsibility of carrying forward the traditions of Tirunjana Sambandar's sacred work.
On 27th April 2012, a new era began in the history of Madurai Adinam. The 292nd Pontiff, Srila Sri Arunagirinatha Jnana Sambandha Desika Paramacharya Swamigal, guided by intuition and inducement by Lord Shiva, coronated a charismatic young saint as the 293rd Pontiff of the Madurai Adinam.
An accomplished yogi, a pragmatic social visionary, and an adept in mystical sciences. His Holiness Paramahamsa Nithyananda is revered as a divine incarnation by millions worldwide. Within weeks of his ascent to the sacred throne, he brought about sweeping changes to the Adinam, including the renovation of the ancient monastery, Annadan, free food for thousands every day, free medical camps, yoga classes, scriptural study, spiritual healing, and meditation programs. The traditional Adinam now has a website, and thousands participate in the morning worship and spiritual talks via live streaming and two-way video conferencing. Vast properties belonging to the Adin from illegal encroachment. Its numerous temples are being restored to sanctity, and the neighboring villages are being adopted, with basic amenities, education and medical care being provided for all. His Holiness dreams of an authentic Vedic renaissance, for which India has already waited too long.
Here, I take the commitment of making Madurai Adinam as an international religious organization. We will fulfill all the responsibilities of Madurai Adinam, make Hindu tradition, Saiva tradition alive, revived, lived, celebrated all over the world.
With a brand new pontiff at its helm, Madurai Adinam promises to be more than just another traditional monastery. As a whole generation turns to spirituality for answers, the changes at Madurai Adinam mirror the changing role of spiritual organizations today as power centers and guiding forces, forging the enlightened government of the new world.
predecessor to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in the esteemed Guru-based tradition of the kingdom of the Kailasana, the Vadashanta Shamana, the kingdom, the Madhuri Adinam, since 2012, and to the 292nd Guru Mahasanidhanam, the divine vision of Bhagavan Paramashiva and Devi Meenakshi, who both instructed him to coordinate the avatar as successor to 293rd Guru Mahasanidhanam. In this video, you will see the historic record of Madhuri Adinam introducing the successor of the Supreme Pontiff of Jagat Guru Mahasanidhanam, Bhagavan Paramashivoham. You can watch this video online on YouTube, your own convenience.
And here you can all see pictures of the Supreme Pontiff Hinduism being coordinated as the 293rd Jagat of the Kailasana of the Shamala Pita 70 feet.
As the coronated 293rd Guru Mahasanidhanam of Kailasana of the Shamala Pita 70 feet, the oldest Hindu public state, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been reviving all of the temples, monasteries, and programs under this, like reviving it to back as when Bhagavan Sundareshwara, Devi Meenakshi.
And the Supreme Pontiff Hinduism has also been declared as the successor of the Arunachala Savanipeetham by his Guru Parampara at the age of 16 on the 24th of May, 1994.
And the Supreme Pontiff founded the International Nithyananda Paramashivam to revive Kailasa International at the age of 21 May 1999.
And the Supreme Pontiff Hinduism founded the Adi Kailasa Sarvagnipeetham at the age of 24 on the 4th of November 2002.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been declared as the successor of the Bhagyanagara Shivpura Sarvagnipeetham at the age of 26.
And Supreme Pontiff Hinduism has been coordinated as the incumbent emperor of the Suryavamsha Srangi Samrajyam of the Suryavamsha lineage at the age of 26 on the 31st of December 2004.
Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the reviver of the Adi Pallava Sarvagnipeetham at the age of 29.
And the Supreme Pontiff Hinduism has been coordinated as the successor of the Kashi Sarvagnipeetham at the age of 30 in 2008.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was officially named as the constellation of the architect of Mahanirvana, the Supreme Spiritual Head of the largest Abhidhamma monastic order, and the youngest Mahamudra at the age of 13.
And the Supreme Pontiff Hinduism at the age of 35 in 2013 was declared as the Acharya Mahamandaleshwara of Tattalakada, the oldest monastic order in Hinduism, by the Acharya Mahamandaleshwara Sukadevanandaji, the then incumbent spiritual leader.
And at the age of 36, the Pontiff was coronated as the Guru Mahasanidhanam of the Tanjavur Adi.
And the Supreme Pontiff Hinduism has also been coronated as the Guru Mahasanidhanam of Thiruvarur Adinam at the age of 36 in 2014. And the Supreme Point of Hinduism has also been coronated as the Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Dharmamukti Swargapuram at the age of 37 in 2015.
At the age of 37, this was coronated as the Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Adi Pita Koladava. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been elected as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism by a congregation of over 1,000 Hindu pontiffs or leaders. At the age of 36, you can see the photos of various Hindu leaders and heads coronating them, recognized as Avatar, the 2008 incarnation of Paramashivoham.
And Supreme Point of Hinduism is revered as the most prolific, most viewed Guru in the digital world and is read and watched by 1 billion plus followers of Hinduism around the world.
And the Pontiff of Hinduism has created the world's greatest digital Hindu nation with over 1 billion views. And you can connect with the various platforms on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube.
And the Supreme Point of Hinduism has worked for 26 years relentlessly and has contributed humanitarian services and initiatives throughout these years. And these initiatives include free vegetarian food banks, medical services, natural disaster reliefs, women empowerment initiatives, conflict resolution and peace initiatives, and also sustainable Hindu practices through various international agencies and bodies.
And the Supreme Pontiff authored 100 books, 1,000 articles in 3 languages, including English, Tamil, and Sanskrit. It's been translated into 50 languages with over 1,000 titles. Here you can see some of the books in English, French, Tamil, and Spanish, which are freely available online for anyone to download and read to be enriched by the teachings of the Supreme.
And the Supreme Point of Hinduism has over 20 million copies of books and articles, which are read and downloaded, sold, read and downloaded by millions around the world.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism established the largest Hindu library with over 1 million books, 1 million manuscripts, and over 20 million digital books, and has contributed over 10,000 hours of discourses which are freely available online on YouTube for anyone to enjoy, and has over 1 billion views on social media.
And the Supreme Point of Hinduism has been is respected as a commentator of all sacred scriptures such as Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Shiva Sutras, Brahma Sutras, Yoga Sutras, Ashtavakra Gitas, Jain Sutras, and much more.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is honored as a leader of Hinduism. He was awarded internationally recognized leader. And most recently, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been by the California State Senate, and Kailasa has been recognized as sovereign state of Kailasa, and this he has earned recognition by the California State Senate January 3rd as Nithyananda Day to recognize the immense contribution the Supreme Pontiff has contributed to humanity over the last 27 years.
And the Supreme Point of Hinduism has also been acclaimed as one of the top 100 spiritually influential living personalities by Watkins Mind Body Spirit magazine.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the reviver of the Sovereign Order of Kailasa, led by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and the Nithyananda Order of monks, nuns, and Hindu diaspora all over the world who are working for global peace and to give the super conscious breakthrough to humanity.
And the Supreme Point of Hinduism is the establisher of the largest Hindu university in the world with satellite campuses in 150 countries.
Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the establisher of 1,000 plus Kailas and 19 ecosystems. And the founder
And
and
Supreme
ruler of 100 certificates.
And various heads of various akadas and mads have spoken about the Supreme Point of Hinduism. And the late Mahant Narendra Virji Maharaj, the president of the largest apex body of Hinduism, Akhila Bharatiya Akada Parashakti, the group of 13 akadas and over 2 crore sadhus, monks in India, welcomes the Supreme Point of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidanam, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, as one day the Supreme Point of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidanam, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, Swamiji, is going to be called the Vishwa Guru, the Guru of the whole world. And he is going to be the spiritual guide for the world, and peace will spread in the whole world. People are not yet aware of the energy of Swamiji in reality. Swamiji is the Swarupa form of Bhagavan, God, and we are offering our prayers not just to a Guru, but to an embodiment of Bhagavan. I am sure that Swamiji must have done intense penance, tapas, in his childhood and merged into God, as a result of which he is expressing this divine power of God. And another head of a very old, very ancient mata in Karnataka, the head of this mata, Sri Shantavya Mahaswamiji, who is the head of the Kolda Mata, the oldest recorded mata in Karnataka, dating back to more than 6,500 years, declares with his authority, whenever humanity falls into suffering and pain, Ishwar the divine himself does austerities, tapas, for their upliftment. Ishwar is the embodiment of the divine light. Nithyananda Ji Maharaj is seated as the embodied divine light, spreading world peace and serving the whole of humanity from India. Nithyananda Ji is a treasure house of jnana, sacred knowledge. And now with that, we have seen a introduction of who the Supreme Point of Hinduism is. And now let us see how the Supreme Point of Hinduism, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has happened as the Guru. So in this next segment, all of you will be learning how, as the happening of the Guru.
Yes, Nithyananda. So now Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam is happening as a guru in all of our lives. As Paramashiva gave this science to Devi, and Devi brought this to planet Earth in Kanchipuram, the strands of DNA, the components of DNA is kept together through sound. So what kind of a sound is used to bind your consciousness and DNA strands together? That decides what kind of powers you're going to manifest and what kind of life you're going to have in your body. Listen carefully. The DNA strands and your consciousness is kept together through sound. The different DNA strands kept together through water. DNA strands and consciousness is kept together through sound, and that kind of the sounds you use regularly inside and that kind of the sound you store inside matters, because through that sound your consciousness connects with the DNA and sends instruction, and DNA manifests your life. There are 4 situations in your life where consciousness is directly influencing your DNA. When you're hungry, when you're angry, when you're lusty, and when you're about to fall sleepy, too tired, just want to get lost and withdraw. These 4 situations, your consciousness directly influences the DNA. The door between the consciousness and DNA is open. During these 4 situations, if you use these 4 situations, you can detox, remove all the unconscious ideas, words stored inside you. Together. I apologize for the technical glitch. Yes, the good news is you can replace the old sounds through which your consciousness and DNA strands are tied together, connected together. Whenever you feel hungry, angry, lusty, sleepy, intensely reverberate your whole being with Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, with the decision, let my being, let my consciousness manifest itself through my DNA using this Mahavakya as connection point. Anyone who decides to use Mahavakya to connect your consciousness and DNA will have the ultimate superconscious mutation. You will manifest health, you will manifest wealth, you will manifest beautiful relationships, you will manifest blissful life, you will manifest knowledge, you will manifest Paramashiva Jnana, the ultimate powerful cognitions, and Paramashiva Vijnana, the ultimate applied science of Paramashiva and all the powers. When you're hungry, see how the consciousness is reacting over the DNA. When you're angry, see how the consciousness is reacting over your DNA. When you're lusty, see how the consciousness is reacting over your DNA. And when you're sleepy, see how the consciousness is reacting over your DNA. Swalpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Even if you practice very little, and this is the science given by Bhagavan Sri Krishna himself from the Bhagavad Gita. Nithyananda. Yes, we apologize for the technical glitch. We'll now be watching a video where Swamiji has given us the science of making the conscious manifestation and how that is the true freedom. The conscious manifestation is the true freedom. So let us watch this video where Swamiji has spoken about the science.
Possibilities are from your consciousness. Your consciousness is the source of all your possibilities. Your mind is the source of all your probabilities. Understand? All your possibilities are from your consciousness. Your consciousness is the source of all your possibilities. Your mind is the source of all your probabilities. Probability means it can go this way or that way. Possibility means it can go only the way you want. Choosing. Choosing and choices are always mediocre value. Listen carefully. Choosing and choices are always mediocre value. The modern day civilization, teaches the choices are freedom. I tell you how when a child cries for mother, the child is diverted or cheated through a toy or toffee by the person who is babysitting. See, when child is crying for mother, the babysitter, he will try to divert the child's attention, console or cheat the child by giving a toffee or toy. Toffee or toy is the poor substitute for mother's hug or mother's presence. Same way. Probability is the too cheap, poor substitute for possibility. Possibility is your mother. Probability is the toy or toffee. Don't fall for it. Choices or freedom is the cheap, mediocre idea. Conscious possibilities are freedom. Your ability to manifest anything you want out of your consciousness is freedom. Take intense decisions to break everything which comes on the way. Ferociously, like Kalabhairava.
If you wear glasses or contacts, you must see this.
absolute love for you, sincere love for you, is the reason I am revealing this technology to all of you. Listen carefully. First thing, understand. The first question, probabilities are mediocre way of existing. Choices are freedom is the mediocre way of cognition. Understand middle class, middle aged, middle expanded, mediocre life. Let me repeat. Middle class, middle aged, middle expanded. That fat belly. Mediocre life. Cognizing choices are freedom, cognizing probabilities are life is the worst slavery. Most stupid, cheap, mediocre existence. Just understand this one example. You have dice. I told you all to get dice if you have dice in your home. See, when you roll the dice, the numbers which can happen, it can be 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 6 or 12, probabilities. Living with the probabilities is the mediocre life. Possibility means you decide which number the dice should show and you manifest that number. That is possibility. Listen carefully. Actually, possibility is more than which number it should fall. You can even ask the dice to stand the way you want, or the fly the way you want, or change the dice the way you want. That is possibility, not even just number. That is possibility. Anything you can imagine or visualize, if you are able to just print, like 3D printing out of your consciousness and pull it out. That is what I call science of manifestation, and it is possible for you, each one of you, if you are just able to hear what I am talking and think, and even if you feel, oh, that is not for me, whether you accept what I am saying or don't accept what I am saying, if you are able to hear what I am saying and understand the English Oxford Dictionary meaning of what I am saying, I tell you, it is possible for you. Human consciousness is mirror of my own consciousness. Human consciousness is extension of Paramashiva's consciousness. Listen carefully. Listen intensely. Maya, delusion, modern civilization, modern day unconscious society, modern day unconscious collective humanity constantly tries to make you live the mediocre life, that probabilities are life. Choices are freedom. Hey, see, all probabilities are from mind. It is just between the knowns. Whatever you know, among the knowns, even if you get the best, you may grow. But if you start manifesting the possibilities from consciousness, you will have a breakthrough. Human beings who are growing are mediocre people. Human beings who give breakthrough to themselves and to others are the leaders. In any field, give breakthrough to yourself and to the world and to the others whom you are leading. People around you. So listen, take intense decisions. Take intense decisions. Behave ferociously with yourself. I tell you, one of the greatest lesson I learned in my life is choices are not freedom. Ability to manifest what you want is freedom. If you think the variety of food, choices of food, Italian pizza or French fries or pasta or idli, dosa, the variety of food, choices are freedom. You are mediocre. If you know you can 3D print your body without any need of any food from external source, not only you can 3D print your body as you want from your consciousness, you can keep it excited, joyful, without any input from outside. This is possibility. Possibilities are freedom. Understand? I tell you, even one or two possibilities you start manifesting, you will see, oh God, how big is this life? What a blessing this life is. You will become so life positive. I tell you.
If you wear glasses or contacts, you must see this. An award-winning doctor reveals an astonishing, natural way
its possibilities. After a few days, I even had some doubts. How do I know this is the way Ganapati exists? He looks too small. Then I decided, you see, some form he exists. That much I know. Whatever form you exist, O Ganapati, I am worshipping you through this. That is the conclusion I came to. So that easiness, tatata, has become so vast in me, on which I can burn all my self-doubts, self-hatred and self-denial. The fire is become larger than the items I can dump on it. So the fire won the game. The fire of possibility, easiness, was more powerful than the dampening self-doubts, self-hatred, self-denial. In all your life, in every one of your consciousness, the self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred makes you lose the possibility of settling down with a mediocre life. You start settling down for the mediocre lifestyle, just playing with probabilities. Stop it. Don't stoop to that level. Stop it. To all my disciples, I give the first and foremost command. This is the first commandment. Thou shalt know the possibility of consciousness and manifest all the possibilities of consciousness. Thou shalt not settle down to the mediocre life of playing within the probabilities. I tell you, all probability either can go bad or at the most can go best. Probabilities cannot give breakthrough. Listen. It is possible when you decide conscious 3D printing is possible. It is too easy for you to come to the decision and conclusion, because even if you see one or two miracles me performing, actually what I perform is not a miracle. It's just I am doing conscious 3D printing. When you see one or two, you just know you can also do it. That's all. That's all.
And with that understanding of the science of superconscious manifestation, let us now move into the next segment of this program, where we'll be learning more about the various celebrations and sacred rituals happening in the Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalayam in the Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Peetham. And let us learn more about the various offerings and sevas we can offer to Devi Parashakti during these celebrations of Navaratri. We are also having the Venkateshwara Brahmotsavam. So let us look at some of the various sevas and offerings we can offer during this Navaratri as we celebrate the happening of the Divine Cosmic Mother herself, Devi Parashakti. We also celebrate the Venkateshwara Brahmotsavam, the Bhagavan Venkateshwara. So today, as we get ready to celebrate Devi Parashakti on this 8th day of Navaratri celebrations, let us look at some of the various offerings and sevas that we can offer to Devi Parashakti at the Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalayam in the Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Sarvagnya Peetha. And during these Navaratri celebrations, we are celebrating the manifestation of Devi Parashakti in her various forms and manifestations. So on day 1, we celebrated the manifestation of Devi as Rajarajeshwari. On day 2, we celebrated the manifestation of Devi as Devi Meenakshi. And on day 3, we celebrated Devi Kamakshi. We celebrated the happening of Mata Annapurneshwari, and then we have celebrated Devi as Vishalakshi herself, the manifestation as Vishalakshi, and in her manifestation in the form of Shayana Tirukolam and as Mahalakshmi on day 7. And we also celebrated the Prana Pratishtapana of Devi Durga on day 8, and we are celebrating the manifestation of Devi Saraswati. So in all of her various manifestations during these 9 nights of celebration, the Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalayam is offering the various Alankara Sevas, decorating Devi as her various manifestations and offering the sacred rituals to Devi Parashakti. And in the Adi Kailash Nithyananda Sarvajna Pita as we celebrate this Navaratri. So some of the sevas and rituals being offered in the Nithyanandeshwara Devalayam, the Mahaganapati Homa, the Utsava Ambala Alankara Seva, the Swamiji Vishesha Ambala Alankara Seva, the Utsava Ambal Vishesha Shodashopachara Puja, the Chandi Homa, Vishesha Dravya Homa and Purnahuti, the Dashabhairava Puja, the Kumari Puja, the Suhasini Puja, the Durga Pratima Prana Pratisthapana, the Durga Saptami Puja, the Durga Saptami Ashtami Navami Puja Arati, the Devi Mahatmyam Parayanam, which has been happening on all the 9 days of Navaratri, the Durga Ashtami Puja, the Durga Kumar Puja, Durga Navami Puja, Ayudha Puja, Mahanaivedya Seva on Vijayadashami, and Pada Puja on Vijayadashami. And then we have the Tulabharam on Vijayadashami, the Utsava Venkateshwara Alankara Seva for Bhagavan Venkateshwara during this Venkateshwara Brahmotsavam, and the Utsava Venkateshwara Navakalasha Abhishekam. Also to Bhagavan Venkateshwara. So you can participate in this various sevas and offerings to Devi Parashakti and Bhagavan Venkateshwara and all of the deities that are the family of deities who are invoked and grace us on this occasion of with Devi Durga, with Bhagavati Devi Durga. We also have Ganesha, Subramanya, Mahalakshmi and Saraswati, and we celebrate all of the deities during this Navaratri.
We have this Alankara Seva. The Alankara means the decoration and also that which causes the deep sense of fulfillment. Alamkara, Alamkaroti iti Alankara. So the Alankara Seva, the cost is $508 US. The next is the Ussava Ambal Alankara Seva. Every day, the Ussavamurti of Parashakti is decorated in her various different manifestations. Offering of the Alankara Seva to the deity of Parashakti bestows the deep fulfillment in life, thereby taking us closer to the Guru who liberates us from the cycle of birth and death. The Ussava Ambal Alankara Seva, the cost is $508 US. The next is Swamiji's Vishesha Ambal Alankara Seva, the Sachalamurti of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. In the Garbha Mandir of the Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalayam is decorated in the various manifestations of Parashakti. Offering of the Alankara Seva to the deity of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism bestows the deep fulfillment in life, thereby taking us closer to the Guru who liberates us from the cycle of birth and death. The Ussava, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Vishesha Ambal Alankara Seva, the cost is $508 US.
The next offering during this Navaratri is the Utsava Ambal Vishesha Shodashopachara Puja. The Utsava Murti of Parashakti is decorated in her various manifestations and is worshipped with the 16 offerings that are favorite to Parashakti. As a part of it, a special Samputita Archana will be offered with names of her manifestations describing her divine qualities. Samputita Karana is unique to the Shakti Sampradaya, where two mantras are merged together to offer worship. A select verse from the Devi Mahatmyam will be merged with the 108 names, and the Archana is done. So you can make this offering of the Utsava Ambal Vishesha Shodashopachara Puja, and you can register for this seva on the website www.kailasamailer.com/sevas, and the cost of this seva is 1,008.
The next is the Chandi Homa, Vishesha Dravya Homa, and Purnahuti. Chanting Sanskrit mantras brings out the latent powers that exist within us. Sanskrit mantras, when chanted by power manifestators, Dvijas, are those who are reborn from the Shaktipata of the Paramashiva. They manifest intense life positive blessings, literally clearing the air of any fire ritual. We have to have the cosmic permission to invoke Chandika Parameshwari in the Agni and worship her. While chanting the Devi Mahatyam, the fire ritual demands the japam or incantation, the chanting of the Devi Mahatyam to be repeated 10 times to bring a cosmic allowance to invoke Chandi Devi in the Agni. In order to do oblations into Chandi Agni, for the 700 verses of Devi Mahatyam, the repetition of chanting the 700 verses should happen 10 times. This is what is known as the Shamsha. It is a powerful way to consecrate the very Vatavarana, the spiritual ecosystem of the Yajnashala of the place of the fire worship. The group will be chanting 10 times repetition of Devi Mahatyam in the Yajnashala before the sacred water pot within which Chandika Parameshwari is invoked. The veneration can bring life positive effects to anyone who hears these sacred shlokas.
And the Savarnas, the surrounding energies, the Devatas, the Shaletis of Chandika Parameshwari, are invoked in the numerous water pots surrounding the main Kalasha of Chandika Parameshwari. The Yagashala is described in the scriptures to be in a 9x9 grid format, which has the Pradhana Kalasha as the central square of the mandala grid. Toranam represents 4 Vedas protecting the Yagashala for negative energies to be warded off. The 4 Vedas are the most life positive vibrations that create a protective environment. Each Veda is involved in a firewall. The Toranam is a garland of leaves from the select trees prescribed by the Agamas. The occurrence of Banyan people, Ati and Purasu in scripture is always associated with auspiciousness. And the various benefits of the Chandi Homa are described in the Devi Mahatmya, and Devi herself promises this boon to who offer this worship to her. In the Devi Mahatmya of the Markandeya Purana, Devi gives this boon. She says, Ittam yada yada badha danavotha bhavishyati tada tada trouble arises due to the advent of the demons, I shall incarnate and destroy the foes. So you can offer the Chandi Homa to Devi Parashakti.
The Vishesha Dravya Homam is the offering of all the Sattvika Guna foods into the Agni Kunda. The gods of Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra, and Ananta are invoked within the Agni Kunda. The Agni Kunda top is set to the very mouth of the gods, while the pit below is the stomach of the gods. In the Vishesha Dravya Homa, various fruits, cooked rice, and coconut is offered as it represents the head of the Devata. Finally, the Annam is adorned with clothing and flower garlands and is worshipped as the embodiment of the Devata. The Chandi Homa, Vishesha Dravya Homa, is $5,000 US.
And you can register for these various offerings on the website www.kailasamailer.com/sevas. Offerings and the sacred rituals that are being performed Paramashiva Devalaya. All of the sevas and sacred rituals are detailed on the website. And further, in the Purnahuti of the Chandi Homa, the Vishesha Dravya Homa, the select offerings of turmeric, almonds, raisins, cashew, etc. are offered into the Chandi Agni right before the final offerings of Purnahuti, which includes sari, silver mangalyam, silver coins, and flower garland for Chandika Devi. The Mangalya Sutra is the auspicious thread that is tied when a woman marries. This thread as a medallion symbolizes the chastity and elevates the woman as a goddess, a Devi Parashakti herself. This is the offering of silver, the highest metals that can hold and radiate energy. It is one of the rarest offerings made into the Chandi Agni when the metal itself is consumed by the Agni and given to the cosmic energy directly. So you can make this offering of the Chandi Homa, Vishesha Dravya Homa, and the Purnahuti, which is offered to Chandika Parameshwari every day of these 9 days, 9 nights of celebration of Devi Parashakti.
So, what are the benefits of the Chandi Homa described in the Devi Mahatyam in chapter 12? The removal of all problems, according to the Devi Mahatyam, chapter 12, verse 2, avoiding all untoward happenings in life. Devi Mahatyam, chapter 12, verses 4 and 5, avoiding bad happenings poverty, separation from beloved ones, and the Devi Mahatyam, chapter 12, verse 3, removal of fear from enemies, robbers, and kings, weapons, fire, and flood. Devi Mahatyam, chapter 12, verse 6, and Devi Mahatyam, chapter 12, verse 8 saves from all epidemic calamities and all natural calamities. And without doubt, all troubles will be removed by Devi if this Homa is done during the Navaratri time. The participant will be blessed with the riches, grains, and children. Devi Mahatyam, chapter 12, verses 12 and 13. One becomes fearless, the verse 14 of chapter 12, and enemies perish, welfare accrues, and the family rejoices. The Devi Mahatyam, chapter 12, verse 15.
And chapter 12 of the Devi Mahatmyam, the various verses further describe the innumerable benefits, the merits of chanting Devi Mahatmyam and the offering of the Chandi Homa as described in Devi Mahatmyam. And these verses describe that the ill effects of bad dreams and negative influences of planets are removed. Planets turn favorable and result of good dreams manifest. Completion manifests in between human beings. Presence of evil spirits are driven away. All the worldly pleasures that are sought manifest, and also the supreme union with the cosmic mother happens, and one becomes Siddha, enlightened.
Devi's grace happened, bestowing the below. According to the verse 12, Devi Mahatyam, chapter 12, verse 20, perfect health manifests, all sins are removed, fear of enemies is removed, one is saved even from the dangers of being alone in the forest, surrounded by forest fire, surrounded by robbers in a desolate spot, while captured by enemies. One is saved even from the dangers and protected by Devi, and when chased by a lion and tiger, when chased by wild elephants in the forest, when one is the target of the orders of a wrathful king, and when one is sentenced to death, and when one is imprisoned, and when one is tossed about in the boat by the tempest in the ocean, when one is most terrible battle under the shower of weapons and all dreadful troubles. Black magic is removed and success in litigations is achieved. Untoward death doesn't happen for him. After unnatural death, he attains moksha. All the world pleasures that are sought manifest, and also the supreme union with the cosmic mother happens. Evil possessions hunting the children are removed. The presence of all evil spirits are driven away. Completion manifests in between human beings. So offer the Chandi Homa with the cost is $5,008 US.
And the next seva that you can offer to Devi Parashakti during these Navaratri celebrations is the offering of the Raja Rajeshwari Ekadasha Dravya Abhishekam and the Snapana Abhishekam. This is a very special offering where, as per the Shakta Agamas, 11 type of dravyams of Abhishekam items such as rice flour, turmeric powder, Jaladravya powder, Panchamritam, milk, curd, ghee, honey, sugarcane juice, fruit juice, tender coconut water, and Gandha Jalam will be offered to the Moolavar Raja Rajeshwari in the Nithyananda Paramashivam Devalayam. Finally, the energized waters of the Chandi Homa Kalashas and the Shankha conch, which have been consecrated during the entire day by various powerful mantras and rituals, are offered onto the deity of Sri Raja Rajeshwari Devi. And this offering of the Raja Rajeshwari Ekadasha Dravya Abhishekam and sacred bath offering to Devi Raja Rajeshwari with the 11 types of special dravyas. This seva can be offered to Devi Rajarajeshwari. You can sign up for this on the website www.kailasamela.com/sevas, and the cost of this offering is $1,008.
The next offering is Kumari Puja, Dashabhairava Puja, Suvasini Puja. Rest of rituals when Devi Parashakti is invoked in living persons and worshipped. Through the initiation and blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the 9 forms of Devi manifest in the women and kids present for the puja and accepts our offerings and worship. Hinduism is a religion where everything is auspicious and is an embodiment of Parashakti. When one witnesses the worship of a physical body which is radiating Parashakti, the highest auspicious thought currents that occur in that person will be mirrored in our brain as well. The heightened feeling of connection to Parashakti will manifest when we see her in a physical form receiving our worship. Parashakti. Kumari Puja is the children are the pure manifestations of Parashakti with an innocent powerfulness through which the divine can be glimpsed. Parashakti's own extensions are the Kumaris. And Dashabhairava Puja, this puja is offered to young boys who are blessed and initiated by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to radiate powerful manifestations of Parashakti of Dashabhairavas. And the Suvasini Puja, the married women who are initiates of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism sit as the form of Parashakti. This unique revival of worship is one of the rarest where Parashakti is actualized and is embodied and represents an actual physical body of a Suvasini. As Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism says, women are an embodiment of Parashakti. Here is a unique ritual in Hinduism recreating the same sacred sentiments Sri Ramakrishna had when he offered the Jadadhatri Puja to Sri Sharada Devi. The Kumari Puja, Dashabhairava Puja, Suvasini Puja, any one of these offerings are cost is $1,000.
And the next seva, we have celebrated this ritual just a couple of days ago when we welcomed Devi Durga into the temple. So this Durga Pratima Prana Pratisthapana was the sacred ritual of Prana Pratisthapana was done by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself as per the details described in the Kular Navatantra, and the deity of Devi Durga and the family of Bhagavati Durga, the deities of Ganesha, Subramanya, Mahalakshmi and Saraswati are all as per the agamic injunctions and details prescribed, where it is described the way the clay should be procured and the land from which the mud should be procured. These grand deities are made with the exact proportion as per the Shastras and colored and decorated in the exact depiction of Durga Devi slaying the demon Mahishasura. Durga Devi is the icon of Hindu feminism, where the cosmic mother, the cosmic feminine, vanquishes the mass negativity, and tremendous amount of energy lands when Devi Durga receives Prana Pratishtapana by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself. So this sacred ritual has been offered at the Nithyananda Paramashivam Devalaya on the day that Devi Durga was welcomed, and we started the celebrations of the Durga Saptami, Ashtami and Navami pujas.
Durga Saptami Puja. The tradition of Durga Puja is an ancient way for anyone to receive the grace and blessings of Paramashakti. When she manifests powerfully in the cosmos during the nights of Navaratri, Durga Puja is described in the Kularnava Tantra, and it is done with great pride and devotion in the traditions of Bengal. Durga Puja is an elaborate and intimate ritual where Bhagavati Durga graces and is worshipped with all the best of the best offerings described in the Agamas. The family of Bhagavati Durga, Ganesha, Subramanya, Saraswati, along with their respective Vahanas, all are worshipped and celebrated in the puja. This puja comprises of Mahasnana, Sodasopachara Puja, Arati, and these are the sacred bath, the elaborate and grand offerings, and the grand waving of light lamps. This puja is described in such detail and done preparing all year. The scriptural reference from Devi Mahatyam, chapter 12, verse 24 says, Sarvaswarupe Sarveshe Sarvashakti Samanvite. O Queen of all, you who exist in the form of all and possess every night, save us from the terror, O Devi. Salutations be to you, O Devi Durga. The Durga Saptami Puja, the cost is $1,008. Then next offering is Durga Puja Arati on Saptami, Ashtami and Navami days. The offering of the Deepa Radhana is the offering of flames in various tower temples, various towered lamps. The Gopurarati is numbered representing the 108 different nadis or energy centers in one's body. The Jyoti or lamp has the unique ability to dispel darkness when we light these tower lamps and offer them to our beloved deities. The lamps awaken and align our energy centers to receive the darshan of the deities. The upliftment of our energies and senses through combination of the lit lamps and the rhythmic ragas of Nadaswaram and Tawil takes us to a surreal experience of deities, darshan, and transports us to the authentic experience of Kailasa's ambience. The Durga Puja Arati, Saptami, Ashtami, and Navami days, the cost is $1,008. The next is Devi Mahatyam Parayanam. Devi Mahatyam, the glory of the goddess, also known as the Durga Saptashashi, Chandi or Chandi Pata, describes the victory of the goddess Durga over the evil forces, the asuras such as Madhukaita, Mahishasura, Dhumralochana, Chandamunda, Raktabija, Shumba Nishumba. Devi Mahatyam is the very definition of the nature of Divine Mother. She is the Mula Prakriti, the root nature of all that manifests. She is the force that drives everything in the universe. Devi Mahatyam is also significant in that it regards various forms of Devi, ranging from the fearsome and dangerous Kali to the benign and gentle Shri. As fundamentally united, 10 priests will be chanting the Devi Mahatyam, which makes it a total of 7,000 verses every day. The scriptural reference from the Devi Mahatyam. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Vishnu Mayeti Samstita Namastaste 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 Namo Namaha. The first sloka gives respect to Vishnu Maya, O Devi, you who are existing in the form of energy in all. I bow down to you, I bow down to you, I bow down to you. The Devi Mahatyam Parayanam, the cost is $508. The Durga Ashtami Puja. This ritual is the recreation of the cosmological event when Devi Durga slayed the demons Mahishasura. The event when mass negativity was removed by Devi on the time transition between Saptami and Ashtami. This is the Shanti. At this time, a grand puja is offered to Durga Devi along with Lakshmi, Saraswati, Ganesha, and Subramanya. When these cosmological at the same time in history, the stars and celestial bodies are in the same position as they were years ago. The same possibilities of events happen, the same mass negativity will be attended by the Cosmic Mother. These rituals are the times when the same energies of the cosmos manifest as a divine clairvoyance and clear the mass negativity from the planet. The Durga Ashtami Puja, the cost is $1,008 US. The next is Ashtami Kumari Puja. Kumari Puja is a ritual done before Devi Durga when a young girl is decorated and worshipped as the embodiment and representation of Durga Devi. This is one of the rarest pujas when the Cosmic Mother comes in the form of a young girl child to accept our worship and devotion. This is one of the sweetest and most beautiful rituals to witness, especially after the powerful Sandhi Puja. The ferocious energy of Durga Devi is pacified as she appears as the young child, accepting our prayers and worship. The same gratitude and reverence all of the gods had for Devi for removing Mahishasura is remembered as is offered to Devi as Kumari. The Ashtami Kumari Puja, the cost is $508 US. And Durga Navami, Sandhi Puja and Navami Homam. This ritual is the recreation of the battle and victory of Durga Devi over the demons Chanda and Munda. The event when mass negativity was removed by Devi on the time transition, this is the Sandhi. At this time, a grand puja is offered to Durga Devi along with the Lakshmi, Saraswati, Ganesha, and Subramanya. When these cosmos are recreated, at the same time in history, the stars and celestial bodies are in the same position as they were years ago. The same possibilities of event happen, the same mass negativity will be attended to by the Cosmic Mother. These rituals are the times when the same energies of the cosmos manifest as a divine clairvoyance and clear the mass negativity from the planet. Navami Homam is a unique fire ritual done before the Durga Devi Pratishtha, chanting a unique mantra for Durga Devi who is invoked in the form of Agni. The Durga Navami, Sandhi Puja and Navami Homam cost is $1,008 US. The next is Ayudha Puja. On the auspicious day of Navami or the 9th day of Navaratri, a special puja is done for all the tools, vehicles and books. This is known as Ayudha Puja and is done in every Hindu home. All the tools are washed and kept in an altar. All the ears are also washed and fresh sandalwood paste is applied on them and puja is offered. Special naivedyams and sweets are prepared for the occasion. This day, Paramashakti, who is present in all the tools and vehicles that helps our lives become smooth and efficient. It is a day of regeneration when all homes are cleared and all the corners of the homes and all the doors are refreshed with fresh incense and sandalwood paste. The Ayudha Puja, the cost is $508 US.
And the next seva we can offer to Devi Parashakti during this Navaratri is the Utsava Rajarajeshwara Swaranangi Alankara Seva. The Swaranangi Seva is the offering of the golden armor to the deity of Devi Rajarajeshwari. It is a magnificent armor that covers the deity and allows one to have the darshan of the deity in her grand glory. The golden kavacham is an offering of our love and gratitude to the deity of Rajarajeshwari in Kailasa's Nithyananda Paramashivam Devalayam. And you can make this offering of the Utsava Rajarajeshwari Swaranangi Alankara Seva, the offering of the golden armor to Devi Rajarajeshwari, on the website www.kailasamailer.com/sevas. The cost of this offering is $508.
The next is Maha Naivedya Seva on Vijayadashami. On the auspicious occasion of Vijayadashami, the Annalayas of Adi Kailasa and the devotees of the Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalayam offer the Maha Naivedya Seva to our beloved, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam. This grand offering is an offering of 1008 varieties of food. This celebration is an offering of our deep love and gratitude to our beloved Swamiji. We celebrate this Maha Naivedya Seva only 4 times a year. On the day of victories, the Maha Naivedya Seva is one of the choicest offerings one can make celebrating Bhagwan's presence in our life. Vijayadashami, the cost is $1,008.
And the next offering that we can offer on the auspicious occasion of Vijayadashami is the offering of the Pratyaksha Pada Puja. And this verse describes the glory of worshipping Devi's of Guru's sacred lotus feet. And this verse says, Shoshanam Papa Pankasya Deepanam Gnana Tejasam Guru Padodakam Samyak Samsararnavatarakam. The translation for this verse: the water of Guru's feet dries up the mud of the sins, lights the fire of knowledge, and causes one to cross the ocean of worldly material life of Maya in the right way. And you can make this sacred offering of Pratyaksha Pada Puja to the sacred lotus feet of our beloved Guru, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, on the auspicious occasion of Vijayadashami. And you can sign up for this seva on the website www.kailasamailer.com/sevas. And the cost of this offering is $1,008.
Next is Tulabharam on Vijayadashami. Tulabharam is the ritual where material donation Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism against the weight of his deity. The scriptures describe various items that can be offered, from jaggery to sugar to silver and gold. Tula means scale. It is a scale where donations are made against the weight of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's deity. Tulabharam on Vijayadashami, the cost is $10,008.
And during these days of Dasara, we also celebrate the Venkateshwara Brahmotsavam, celebrating the presence of Bhagwan Venkateshwara. So during the Venkateshwara Brahmotsavam, you can also offer the Alankara Seva to Bhagwan Venkateshwara, the Venkateshwara Utsava Murti Alankara Seva. Offering of the Alankara Seva to the deity of Bhagwan Venkateshwara bestows the deep fulfillment in life, thereby taking us closer to the Guru who liberates us from the cycle of birth and death. Every day, the Utsava Murti of Bhagwan Venkateshwara is dressed and decked in his various manifestations, gracing on various vahanas or vehicles. Venkateshwara is the Alankara Priya, the one who loves to be decorated with the finest clothing and jewelry, offering the most favorite treasures in the form of clothing, jewelry, and flower garlands pleases Bhagwan Venkateshwara. And this verse from Narayana Suktam, the first verse from Narayana Suktam, describes Sahasram Shirsham Devam Vishwaksham Vishwashambhuvam Vishwai Narayanam Devam Aksharam Paramam Padam. The translation for this verse: this universe is the eternal being, Narayana, the imperishable, the supreme, the goal, multi-headed and multi-eyed, the omnipresent, omniscient, the resplendent, and the source of delight for the whole universe. So you can offer the Venkateshwara Utsava Murti Alankara Seva to Bhagavan Venkateshwara, and you can sign up for this Seva on the website www. Offering this $508.
The next is Utsava Venkateshwara Navakalasha Abhishekam. Every day afternoon, the Srivari Venkateshwara Brahmosam, the Lord of the Seven Hills, Venkateshwara Utsavam, is offered a cooling Abhishekam or a unique ingredients which are all a favorite of Venkateshwara. They are the milk, curd, ghee, honey, fruit juices, coconut water, Chandana Jalam, Shraddha Jalam, Haridra Jalam. This seva is a unique offering to please the Venkateshwara. When we offer this seva, we get the grace and blessings of Venkateshwara for healthy and prosperous relationships, abundance in wealth, health and well-being, but a purification from karmic baggage. You can all sign up with the, you want to offer any of these sevas, you can offer kailasamailer.com. So you're projecting the web link and go over these offerings. No, we can't hear you.
Yes, sorry about the technical glitch. Yes. And on this website, www.kailasamailer.com/sevas, you can click on the Learn More button, where you can find out more about the various sacred rituals and sevas being offered to Devi Parashakti as we celebrate the manifestation of Devi Parashakti during these 9 nights of Navaratri. And you can also click on the link to Venkateshwara Brahmotsam and learn more about the sevas that you can offer to Bhagavan Venkateshwara. And as we celebrate Navaratri and as we celebrate the Durga Ashtami, Navami and Dashami celebrations, you can sign up for the various rituals on these days where we are celebrating Devi Durga and Devi Saraswati and the auspicious occasion of Vijayadashami. You can offer the Alankara Seva, the Devi Alankara Seva and the Swamiji Alankara Seva on all the 9 nights of Navaratri celebrations. You can also offer the Vishesha Shodashopachara Puja and the Chandi Homa on all days, on all the 9 days of celebration. The Dashabhairava Puja, Kumari Puja, Suvasini Puja and the Devi Mahatmyam Parayanam are also offered on all the 9 days of celebration. The Ayudha Puja and the Durga Vishesha Shodashopachara Puja. The Ayudha Puja is a special offering on Navami, so you can sign up for this today. And the Durga Navami Puja and the Durga Navami Puja Arati are also special offerings on the Mahanavami during the Mahanavami celebrations. And on on the auspicious occasion of Vijayadashami, we have the Utsava Rajarajeshwari Swaranangi Alankara Seva, the Mahanaivedya Seva, where we offer 1008 Mahanaivedyams to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as we celebrate Vijayadashami. And you can also offer the Pratyakshapada Puja on Vijayadashami and the offering of the Tula Bharam on Vijayadashami. And you can also sign up as a Mahayajaman for the Navaratri or the Venkateshwara Brahmotsam celebrations. So all of these offerings and sevas, all the sacred sign up to offer, all the sevas are detailed on the website. So you can visit the website and find out more details of the various offerings. The Venkateshwara Brahmotsam offerings are also detailed. The Venkateshwara Navakalashabhishekam and the Venkateshwara Alankara Seva. And now with that, we'll get ready for the next segments of this program where we'll directly witness the sacred rituals happening from the Adi Kailash Nithyananda Sarvagna Peetham, the Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalayam, where we'll be witnessing the sacred rituals and the grand celebrations live from the Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalayam, where these sacred rituals are being performed by third eye awakened beings with the utmost integrity and authenticity to the agamic injunctions. So let us now get ready for witnessing these sacred rituals and receiving the darshan and blessings of Devi Parashakti, of Bhagavan Venkateshwara and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself. So let us now move to the further segments of this program. We can chant the Mahavakya as we get ready for the further rituals. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.